All right, ladies and gentlemen, Melina has something to say about transgender people, gay people, straight people, even everybody that fits into those categories. Lesbians, I'm totally supportive of all those people, right? Who you love does not affect who you are. It does not tell you you're less than. It does not tell you you are someone that doesn't meet standards. And, there are a lot of people that are in those categories. Every single one of the ones that I mentioned, and they're not suffering, they're not doing badly, they are meeting their goals, right? It's important to recognize that if you are somebody that fits into one of those categories, it could be any one of them, you belong, right? You belong. Now, remember, not fitting in is not the end of the world, right? I mean, for me, I think it's important to say that you could be someone that's very successful, have a whole bunch of things going for you, but you don't fit in, right? Because sometimes fitting in is not something that's good, right? If you wanna fit into the crowd, yeah, that's great. But if you are actually a better person because you're strong and you're independent and you're fierce and you don't fit in, that's cool too, right? Now remember, guys, it's important to recognize that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, all right? So regardless of what you look like or who you are, love is out there for you guys, all right? So if you're trans or you're gay or you're lesbian or you're straight, you might be feeling like you're privileged as a straight person, but maybe you feel like, oh, it's too easy for me. Why don't I have someone? Everybody else I know has someone. You know what I mean? So just because you're straight doesn't mean you don't feel like something's wrong sometimes, right? So it's important to know that there is someone out there for you. If you are single and struggling, there is someone out there for you. You will find that person, right? Like there is somebody out there for you. And if you don't find them right away, enjoy being by yourself, right? Anyway, I'm totally supportive of all those people because we have to be, right? Like we live in a world. For me, it's kind of nice to be Melina. I don't identify with Melina now. You might think this is a beautiful woman that you see, and you know that I'm Marco, and you're like, wow, how does that happen? First off, but I'm not identifying with Melina. I don't identify with Melina the character. Now, you might think, how's that possible? It's so real, but Melina is kind of like it's kind of like I only do it because I want to. I love how I look as Melina. I like the look of Pretty Women, obviously. So I like how I look as Melina. So I enjoy that part of it, right? And that's why I perform so much as her. But I mean, and for the most part, you don't need a reason really. But I just love being Melina because I look so good as Melina. And to me, Melina is the epitome of female gorgeousness. But I mean, like, yeah, so Melina is so pretty, and so I don't identify with Melina, but I mean, but for me, the reason why it's so good to have this channel and to do all this stuff is because, I just do it for fun because it's fun to look like a really pretty, 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 pretty woman. So it's fun for me to do that only because I can get more views and I love celebrating and performing and doing all that. But I mean, for you guys out there, if you're seeing Melina and thinking, oh, she's so confident, she's this, that. Well, first off, I don't identify as Melina, but if I did, I wouldn't be feeling bad about it because I think it's important that you overcome your struggles. Let's say you're feeling, maybe you're trans, maybe you had a sex change, and you're like, how come there's nobody out there who's a good role model, right? So you need to feel like there's a role model out there, and there totally is, all right? Now, Melina is totally supportive of the trans community, the lesbian, gay, heterosexual, bisexual, all that community, all right? Because heterosexuals, you don't know who's heterosexual until you actually know who they're dating, and maybe you'll never know that either, right? So they are thrown in the mix too, all right? So, um, so when you put all that together and you're like, Melina is totally supportive of all that, right? So Melina is a good example here. She wants you to feel good, right? Maybe you bring creativity. Maybe you're not the most gorgeous drag queen or person that dresses up as a woman, but maybe you have so much creativity, or maybe you're really funny. You know, remember, just because you feel alone, maybe your circle of friends don't like it, but there are people out there that do, right? If you're watching RuPaul's Drag Race, the same thing, right? Like you're seeing these drag queens, they're totally out there, they're totally having fun, they're totally doing whatever they want. You could be the same way, all right? Now, that's if you're trans or whatever. I'm only speaking about trans right now. So if you see Melina and you're thinking, wow, she's so gorgeous, how does she do it? She looks so good. You know, I'm supportive of that. Even though I don't identify with it, I'm never seen as a woman. I do support it because I think it's important that you are feeling good, you know? And some people, you know, some people are very, very good at that, right? If they dress up as a woman and they're very, very good, why should we have them be depressed about it, right? So it's important that you feel good, right? Like it's important. And the people that are negative about it or don't like it, well, those people are not necessarily doing well themselves. So don't let that bother you at all. All right. So Melina just wants you to know that you guys are great, regardless of whether you're trans, um, gay, straight, lesbian, bi, whatever you are, pansexual, whatever. Regardless of who you are, she is binary. Even if you're binary, whatever, right? Like we all want people to feel good. Because if you don't feel good, well, what's the point of that, right? All right. Thank you for watching. All right. Bye.